My favorite moment of this episode is when they're like, Zach, come over here. See the dancer. And he's like, I'm good over here, guys. Little too close to home.
Trigger warning.
With the strippers. Because I just picture my mom.
Love is blind. Love is blind. Love is blind. It's reality gaze presenting. Love is blind.
He will,
not funny.
He will work that. My dead mom. Don't forget, she's dead. She's a dead stripper. Don't forget. He will work it into every conversation.
It made me think about poor people that their parents did jobs or professions that we all love. Like someone's dad was an ice cream man, and now someone can't eat ice cream. Someone can't go see strippers. What if somebody's mom died in an espresso factory?
I would enjoy it for them.
That's probably why Mike doesn't eat butter, because his dad was churning
and yearning and yearning and yearning till he died. I couldn't find the harmony.
It's been so long.
Also, you started it lower than normal.
Did not.
Yeah, you did.
My tune, I said it where I want to.
Whoa! You know what? I'll give that to you. You came up with it, so you can put it. I will just say this: it's not where you usually put it, but it is your tune. You can choose.
This is Love Is Blind.
This is
Season
Love Is
4,
Blind,
episode 11. We've got to hurry up and get this
You
done.
are overpriced.
We're not going to hurry up and get it done. I'm just ready to get this finished because then we can watch the next episode.
What I've said to many an escort.
And I think more what they've said to you.
That's true.
That'll be $40. Really?
They
You
don't
just gave me a blow pop and then stuck it up my ass.
They don't see the worth that I have inside.
Yeah.
It's all, remember, y'all, we're all pink on the inside. Someone, that is truly a phrase. Someone wrote me and said, the most traumatizing thing that I've ever said. And I was like, I've said a lot of horrible shit on a podcast.
Yeah. That's why we're not ever going to be on.
I don't think we're going to watch What Happens Live.
Yeah, you never going to see us on basic cable or even 90 Day After Dark or 90 Day Bears All.
I think we need to be on like premium.
We're going to be on like Stars at like 1 a.m.
More like Spice.
Yeah.
Where you can show like titties and cooch.
Yeah.
That's the only place for us.
That is really it. Y'all, I'm excited to announce it, but I'm scared it's going to just go all awry because Poodle's going to be in Orange County for his show. But it's also, as Poodle needs more to do, that's also Love Is Blind is going to be live.
They've decided to make it live on Sunday when I have a 5-hour rehearsal. Actually, only 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before that, though, we're going to be, you know what? We're in Orange County. Maybe we'll get Sonic delivered. That'll get you.
It better
through.
be a good Sonic.
Get your tater tots delivered.
I'm gonna chicken toaster that they can make.
Well, now I have to drive down to Orange fucking County because we're going to do a watch along with Love Is Blind, the reunion.
I can't drive down there because I'll be late for my show.
I'm leaving after the live. I'm not going to see your show. It's too late.
It's going to be in rehearsal.
Well, that's it.
So you don't need to come
I was
to
going to go to the
rehearsal.
performance, but I'm not now. What's the point? Oh well. I got out of that one. Actually, it's going to be a good show. So if you're in the area, you can go. I won't because I'm already driving down to Orange County once that week.
It is free. If you're in Orange County, please don't drive for this, y'all. It's free April 19th at the Chance Theater.
Yeah. If you live in Los Angeles, the day of the Oklahoma City bombing.
Again, you bring it up, and I can't imagine that's a date that most people remember who aren't from Oklahoma.
Seared in my brain.
Yeah.
How often do people from LA drive down to Orange County on the normal?
If they don't have to work there,
yeah,
they go to Disneyland.
I guess that is Orange County.
That's it.
So that's
to see family, to visit the jail.
Why do you want to have family there?
Some people live there.
And maybe you want to see where Back to the Future was filmed at that mall there.
Yeah. Kate
Maybe
Casey
that's it.
lives there, but in the
Kate
nice,
Casey
but in the
does
nice
live
part of
there.
Orange County.
Maybe I'll have dinner with Kate Casey afterwards.
Perfect.
Then it's a good use of my time.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
We haven't seen her in like 4 years because no one goes there.
Yeah, we're friends with her. We literally have never met in person. Not once.
I think one time we met her.
Maybe the internet's bad. We can go to Kate Casey's house and do the live.
Yeah, in her White House
With all of her children screaming about us. That'll go well.
Well, no, she'll tell them to leave
She
because
will
they're
tell them
afraid
to
of her.
Poodle has a nice Airbnb. It should all work out. Hopefully it's not like Crowdcast, but y'all, we're gonna send you a link an hour before at 4 p.m. Pacific time. This is for everyone on Patreon and Supercast.
Everyone,
$5,
if you're
$8,
listening,
$50.
it's for you.
Yes, everyone on every tier, you're going to get a watch along. We basically just like we do our normal YouTube lives once a month with our $15 tier. So basically, it's going to be a little different because that's where we're really interacting and talking to you and answering questions and spilling tea. This is us reacting.
I'm going to be watching Vanessa Lachey's mouth.
Yes, we're going to be watching I Do or I Don't.
No.
Oh, wait, no, that's the reunion.
Yeah.
Sorry, the reunion.
We're watching the reunion.
I'm sorry.
So it won't be as nonstop. We'll be talking about things like looks, probably.
Talking about looks.
We'll be talking about who shows up.
If Josh shows up, if Arena
or
shows up.
if Arena shows up.
We just watched the trailer again, and we did not see Arena.
We did not see Arena or Josh. We only saw the main cast.
Did we see Jackie?
Yes.
And we saw Marshall.
Yes.
So they're going to be there.
I think they're probably contractually obligated to be there.
Well, so are the housewives.
That's true, but
of course, they're actual reality.
They have money.
Yeah, that's true.
These fuckers don't, y'all.
Yeah, Jackie, because she's going to sell that ring.
I also think that I have a feeling Love is Blind, the contracts may be a little more weaponized. I don't think that a lot of housewives would sign these ironclad contracts.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. But when you've never been on a show before, y'all, you will sign whatever someone throws at you.
Oh, we're fucked on our first show.
I know.
Fucked. Ooh.
I'll be signing over. I'll have to. They'll dub me in so many languages.
Exactly.
I could see it now. Let's say Vienna, no. Come at us.
So is this is really our YouTube live? Does this count? Do we still need to do a YouTube live later on?
Yes, unfortunately, because it's about a different thing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make less work for you because I know you're busy this month.
How noble.
Oh, yeah. How noble. I think that's it, y'all. So we'll see you then. Oh, there's going to be I posted in the 60 Squad, but also if you just Google, like, they're doing these events all around these different cities where you can go see the
Nashville,
pods.
Los Angeles, and New York. I don't know why they only chose Nashville
Someone
to do
said,
it
I can't wait for them to come to Oklahoma City. I said, they're not going to come there.
I have a feeling that Nashville may be one of the next cities they're filming in. That may have something to do with it.
Let me keep talking, and I'm going to look.
But I think it was only New York and L.A. and Nashville, I believe. Well, you can go to the pods, y'all. I know Colt's going to be in Nashville, and Cole of last season is going to be in Nashville, and so he's going to be in L.A. I wouldn't be surprised if he was meeting with managers.
Oh.
While he's here.
He totally needs that.
Yeah.
100%. Cole's going to be on perfect.
Did you see that Craig Conover is filming a movie?
He starred in it?
Starring.
Is he just bringing in pillows?
No, he was like he was like shirtless, and he had cum gutters.
Oh, he's been worked out for
He's
it.
been cut. He's been not eating late night Sonic.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I think. Oh, how lucky are we? Yes, it's only the pods are only going to be in New York City on April 4th, which. Well, that's today. You missed it.
Well,
you missed it, New York. But for Nashville, it's April 7th. What days? Oh, you missed it. You missed it, Nashville. I think but everyone in Los Angeles, April 14th is going to be at the Tadoom Theater. That's where you can Tadoom. That's where you can stop by. You can meet fans, other moments, and you can join Cole speed dating in Los Angeles on April 14th, and then you can watch the season 4 finale there. And
Where
then
he
on the,
asks you what your favorite animal is.
and then on the 15th, they're doing something at the Brig at Abbot Kinney in
Which is
Venice,
in Venice.
California. I don't know what that is, but y'all, I'm going to email Netflix because I'm going to see if I can get a press pass.
I'm not
can't
paying
go.
for anything.
You can't go because you'll be in Orange County, but I'm going to go. So if any sissies are going, I'll be there. I think I'm going to go.
The worst excuse is I can't go. I'm in Orange County.
That's the worst excuse. The worst.
And y'all, I could go, but I actually have rehearsal on those days. So it'd be hard for me to go. If you know anything about going to Orange County, you have to deal with a certain villain of life called the 5 freeway. And
my God. It's the worst.
And you don't know what state. It could take you 45 minutes or it could take you 2.5 hours. You don't know how long it's going to take you.
You never know. That's why you only go to Disneyland.
I swear to God.
Have you ever driven to Orange County to fuck a guy?
No.
Neither
That's
have
too
I.
far. One night, I was coming back from a gig in Orange County, and they were doing pretty intense construction on the 5.
At 3 a.m.
And I think I finished the gig at like 11:30 at night. I think it was like Brea or something like that. Something's really far. And it took me over 2 hours. Which would normally at that time of night, it should have taken me about 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And by the end of the night, I was so fried, I could barely sleep. It was like 2 hours, 15 minutes. And it's only like 35, maybe 40 miles. It was so awful.
Far away. It's far away.
But I know people don't think that's far, but when there's construction on the 5 freeway, they really do construction right there.
Yeah. Dad, did you ever have a guy drive up from Orange County to fuck you?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's in your own
Sometimes
house.
they've Ubered.
Wow.
Yep. I'm that good. You know
I'm
what?
not touching that
What
with
they
10-foot
get with
pole.
me is something they get with nobody else. That I can say.
Wow.
I'm not saying it's the best. I'm just saying it's unique.
Actually, you've been on record as saying it's the best many times.
Got a lot of notches on my bedpost,
Boy, and a lot
otherwise known as my lower leg.
and a lot of just score marks on her ass. And, and IYK.
It sounds really weird saying it that way.
All right. It's 2 days until the wedding. Love is Blind, Season 4, Episode 11. You are overpriced. Let's do it.
Chelsea's still upset about the name issue, about not being able to talk to his mom. And I mentioned this the last episode. I don't know if she gets the right to speculate if she's going to be incommunicado.
Yeah, because she said
Yeah.
everything was fine, but last night he said he said, I can't, in good conscience, have you take my name without my mother's blessing.
And this also feels super traditional for a girl like Chelsea who doesn't seem super traditional. So it does feel a bit fraudacity-ish to me.
It does.
Yeah.
As we said, we just, again, I kept watching even this episode and I went, wait a minute. Are they both going to say yes?
Oh, I hope not.
Was this a trick of editing the whole time?
There is one thing I thought about where I think he could have a possibility here of having a get out of jail free card if his mother doesn't sign off. Of being able to not be able to say yes because the mother doesn't approve.
That's the only reason I thought why he's bringing it up, because we see later on, like when his sister comes, who was really fun.
Barbara,
Loved her.
please,
But
Barbara.
they talk about he hasn't prayed in forever. Like,
Yeah.
he clearly is not doing what his mother says for a long time.
Yeah.
So
But they
why
say,
is it
like,
suddenly now.
I don't know. And the weirdest
You're right,
thing
it's either
is
fraudacity or
the,
his excuse.
the mom feels like some portrait of a parent in some like early 20th century play. You never see them,
Never
but
see
their
them.
presence is felt the whole time.
It's mother poodle energy.
Yes, it is huge mother poodle
None
energy.
of y'all know what mother poodle looks like, but y'all feel
You
her.
feel her energy.
You do.
I've been feeling it the last couple of days. I have to call
You
her.
haven't oh.
Yeah. It's the kind of energy that kind of wakes you up and slaps you awake.
How long's it been?
Been about a week and a half. That's normal.
I thought it was normally a week.
I try to call her on Sundays. If I get last Sunday was busy.
We were busy.
Yeah, and so
If you call her on this Sunday, will she say something like,
well,
"Get here
just
from
making
last."
sure you're okay. I don't know. Your schedule's just all over the place.
I can just hear, "Hey, Jake."
It's so good to hear your voice.
Just love hearing that message. Call your mom when you get a chance. I know you're busy, but I'm worried.
Just wanted to hear the sound of your voice. Muffin, get away.
I love it. The statistics have said Muffin is never going to die to spite you. And I agree with
I
that.
can see it.
She'll just be a skeleton dog in 20 years just walking around and looking at you.
Ooh.
So, and he said, because he says, well, it's hard for me for the woman that cared for me for 32 years, and I'm just going to throw this all away. And I wanted to say, what a shit mom.
Well,
That this one that cares for you so close to you. I know there's cultural stuff, but
I get it. I think I would believe that more if we saw him trying to talk to her earlier. It seems
we've
like
never seen it.
It seems like she's just been brought up, and the concept of his mother has been inflated.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what feels fraudy to me, and it makes me worried that they're making it a big deal. So because both of them are going to say yes, and I'm going to scream.
I'm not going to like that.
And you know what? Both of them will be miserable. It's one of those relationships.
They won't. I don't think they'll make it.
Because
for a
she
long
won't
time.
be. He will be just apoplectic
Because
being
we're
in
seeing-
Seattle with
yeah,
her.
and we're starting to see. Again, like I said last episode, you cannot enter a marriage when you have resentment.
Yep.
And the cracks will show. Cracks in her are already showing.
Yeah. Or you can enter a marriage when you have resentment, but make sure to kill them quickly after.
The views of Jake Anthony are not the views of Reality Gaze or any co-hosts that are participating in such podcasts.
Really, as soon as the ink is dry, everything's fine.
Not our. She said, now Chelsea does say something that is true. She said, you have this idea that our marriage is going to be hard and laborious and tough. She said, I don't see it that way. Why do you? And he does. He does see this like, well, we're going to get married. This is going to be really hard. It does feel like, where's the joy in him getting married?
He doesn't think relationships are joyful. He thinks that relationships are work. And either that has been instilled in him by her parents or friends or something like that.
We don't know if his parents are married.
I don't know.
Find out later his dad is happy that he's getting married.
I think in general, the relationships he's been in have either been the kind that are very surfacey or maybe the kind there where the other person is saying, you got to do this. It's going to take a lot of work. And it feels like work to him. I also feel like he's a very self-involved person who a person like that thinks this is a lot of work because I have to think about someone besides me.
Besides me.
So, and y'all, you can be in a relationship with someone who's self-involved. You just have to make them see that there's another person, and you have to make them think.
Hard. It's very hard to do.
Yeah. You just have to kind of make them.
It's a lot of communicating and a lot of drop of defensiveness.
Yeah.
It's just, but I agree with you. It doesn't add up why he's so, because he says to her she says, I want you to see the joy. He's like, yeah, but it is going to be a tough year. And she's like, you don't know that. And he said, look, my dad doesn't even know we're getting married. My mom wishes she didn't. And I went, wait, so you're putting all this pressure with your mom. You're not even telling your dad you're getting married at all?
Yeah.
So something doesn't add up.
Then she uses this, and this term has actually taken off in kind of contemporary culture, this kind of toxic positivity, where she's like, you chose me, and you love me, and I have this peace, so I don't care about what my parents think. I don't care about what anyone thinks. That's not true either. She really does care what her parents think, which was obvious.
She's only able to say that because her parents liked him.
Yeah. So
it is a little hindsight.
Yeah,
on this
it's a
one.
little.
I call a little bit of.
A little bit of butt looking.
I think you would be very, because she was worried about her dad.
Yeah.
Remember, oh my God, she's the one that basically said,
yes,
this is going to be really hard.
She was losing it.
She was not joyful at all. She was like, this is going to be really hard for my dad. And the dad was like, who gives a fucking shit?
And this is what I was saying in the last 2 episodes of this, for their story, I have seen more fraudacity slips.
It just hit me. I think so much of this is fraudacity.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad building up, he didn't mind it at all.
Her family.
Even the conversation in the laundromat.
Maybe.
I think they're going to say yes. I think we've been...
I'm going to hope against hope that that's not it, but I'm starting to feel that way too.
It feels fraudacity.
Y'all, and I know just us saying that, because it makes me a little sick to my stomach, because I don't think these 2 people need to be together.
And by we mean fraudacity, not that they're like fake putting people
No,
together
no,
on
no.
the show, but they don't really have a lot of
They're-
problems.
Through the edit, fraudacity is in a sense, through the edit, really shaping a narrative that may not be there.
Like Tiffany and Brett, you want to tell yourself this is fraudacity.
Yeah.
But Tiffany is really crying, and then what we see where we see how the reactions to the wedding, who even knows?
Yeah.
Because now we hate Jackie and we loved her.
And y'all, Chelsea just keeps going on with like, I'm the happiest I've ever been. And it really does feel like she is trying to talk herself into it. And honestly, it's weird. I haven't had anyone. Chelsea has had the exact opposite of arc for me that Zach has. Like, I've understood him more and more as we went on. And with Chelsea, I've started to really question if she's being truly authentic to herself.
I wrote at the end of their segment, I said, why do I feel like we're not seeing something?
Yeah. Speaking of Zach, Zach and Bliss,
they're fine.
I think they're fine.
I think they're fine.
She's like, I'm nervous, but good nervous. And he keeps saying, but I know what we feel is real. And what's interesting here is because of his patterns of thinking, that's going to be a challenge for them. He's so data logical, almost like Paul is. And she's like, but he's like, if I said I said I was going to be engaged to you, and so I will marry you. He's saying that like that should reassure you, that should make you feel good. And she's like, but I just want you to choose to marry me. You don't have to do it because you said it. He can't get that.
Yeah.
But it kind of, it was frustrating to me.
I get where he's trying to come from. He's trying to be like, I think Zach, from what we heard his spiel last week to her dad, justice is really important
I agree.
to him. And he feels like when you make a commitment,
Yeah.
you honor that commitment.
Yeah.
And so I actually think what he's saying, I actually saw it as admirable. It was just they both were talking about almost two different things.
Yeah. He could not say it in a way that she wanted him to, and
Yes.
a way that
She wanted him to say, I'm madly in love with you, and that's why I want to be
I'm
with you.
choosing you because I'm madly in love with you, not because I said I was going to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he's trying. Yeah.
They're using different signifiers of language, and and it may be that will probably be a contention for them in their relationship. I think they're fine. Yeah,
They better be.
it will.
'Cause now I'm rooting for him.
It will bother me intensely
Oh!
if I think he's definitely going to say yes.
Love is blind, takes you on twists and turns.
I will understand why she says no, but I will not like it because I think they're a good match.
She better not say no because his mother's going to be his mother.
Her mother will be his mother.
Don't take away his mother, Bliss.
That was my biggest tear moment of the entire series. And if y'all ruined that,
He already can't see strippers, and y'all know I love strippers, and that's sad.
his mom is dead.
Oh,
He
God.
needs a mother.
I could never date a stripper. What if he died? Then I could never go see strippers again.
Oh, what? And
God.
you love strippers.
I do, y'all.
Y'all, Brett and Tiffany, we meet Dad Herbert and Brother Angus.
Speaking of loving strippers, this guy reminded me so much of my father. I think because he was bigger, but the way he talked about things, it was
I just love the phrase. What a segue. Speaking of loving strippers, my father. I wonder if y'all don't turn in regularly to know that his father does love, let's say maybe not strippers, but
certain massage places.
Certain women whose attentions he may use commerce for.
I know
Heed
that my father is in heaven getting a hand job from an angel after getting a massage.
Y'all, there's a heaven for everybody.
There's a heaven for everybody.
Yeah.
And his dog Tila's just looking at him, sitting on his lap.
Wow.
Tila.
Yeah.
Which is weird. That was my favorite He-Man character. I wonder where they got that name from.
Please move on.
Master of the Universe is coming back.
Oh, I loved it.
The one Kevin Smith did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you watched that.
I loved it.
It was great.
Loved He-Man.
It was great.
You know who was the coolest character in that? Eva Lynn, because she was like switching up.
It was great. Who did the voice? It was Lena Headey who did her voice. It was perfect casting. I think in the new one, it's not going to be Sarah Michelle gellar that's doing Tila. I think is it Rosario Dawson?
I don't know.
Somebody else. They switched it out. Forgot who it is.
I'm fine with either one.
I like Sarah Michelle gellar. I love me some
Me too.
SMG, but it's fine. But Lena Headey better be back.
Oh, she better. So y'all,
you always wanted to be Orko, didn't you? You kind of are Orko.
I don't want to talk about it. No, there was a moment. This is kind of a trauma moment from my childhood when I had Orko and all the magic tricks, and I was doing them for my father. And I thought my father, I had Orko, and I was doing Orko's magic tricks, and I kind of fumbled a couple of the tricks. And my father said, "Son, that's not how you do that. You see, friend, you've got to pull it like this. Keep working on it. You'll impress me." I was 8. Magic was forever dead for me after Orko. And my father showed me how to do it.
That's why you hate the Magic Castle. You never want to go.
I don't enjoy magic because all the joy was taken from me by that one Orko set.
You should do a magic thing for the sissies, like a Facebook Live.
It's all crap.
You need to write that story down.
See, here he goes, friend. See, I could do it.
No, did he just do
I don't
the trick
think
in front of you?
he showed me how to do it. Yeah, that's the thing about both of my parents.
Magic wasn't real to you anymore because you wanted to impress your father.
Both of my parents didn't understand that it wasn't about really making some. Sometimes I wasn't asking to be shown how to do it perfectly. I just wanted them to be impressed by what I was
great,
doing.
Jay Bird, I loved it.
No, Jay Bird, that's not right. And I don't think it's followed me to this day at all.
I don't reap the benefits of that trauma at all.
I'm glad I've learned from that. Glad I've processed all that, and I'm definitely not repeating the same mistakes on a daily basis.
I think you should go for Orko as Halloween and do magic tricks.
Little fag.
You should do it. I'll go as Tila.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
I love some of those fur boots.
Anyway, where were we?
Boy,
that was a memory I
haven't
sourced in a while.
I never knew that about you. Boy, this week I found out so much about you between this and ceramics. All new.
Things are just coming up.
You got to write these stories down.
I need to.
But let's be honest, I wouldn't be Tila. I don't have the waist for that.
Fucking Orko.
I'd be Rand Man, that big guy who just runs his head into things and goes, "Oh, me built." Or me pow.
I don't think you have the body type for a female Masters of the Universe character.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Yeah. You know who I'd like to go is the sorceress.
Oh,
He-Man.
yes.
He-Man, I need you to come fuck me.
I want to go with Skeletor. That's who I looked up to.
Well, that's a hat on a hat.
I know. It's too obvious.
You do like to walk around naked like he did. We need to move on.
He was weirdly buff.
We just went into. Eliza is gonna love this because her and I message all the time about
just
He-Man.
fast forward through this.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Wow.
Speaking of Brother Angus, do you remember that the Saturday Night Live skit with Christopher Walken, who was Colonel Angus in the South? You don't remember that? Oh, it was. He's like, it was sitting on a plantation, like. Well, Colonel Angus is about to get here. I've been. It's been so long. We're waiting for Colonel Angus. It's always great. Sometimes he stays a little too long, and he's like, And then Christopher Walken comes up and says, "I'm here, but forever. If I stay too long, just tap me on the shoulder, and I shall be out of my way. Colonel Angus." So that's what I thought of when I saw Brother Angus.
That's really funny.
Brother Angus does not care that Brett's getting married. He just wants to know if she likes his hairdo, and that's all he needs.
He looked bored the entire conversation. He's like looking
Bless
up at
him.
the ceiling. He's like, I just was glad to take a flight.
He'd smoked a bowl right before.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. So his dad hasn't been on the plane since the 80s. He said, so this means a lot. So I have a feeling his dad probably, because he's a big guy, was like my father, hypochondriac. No, not hypochondriac.
I have a feeling they just don't. They
Small
don't
spaces.
live there.
What's that?
Claustrophobia.
Claustrophobia. Thank you.
I think it's just that they don't leave where they live very
well, that's
often.
true. That's my dad. Yeah, that was my dad.
But Herbert basically says,
I love that name.
Looks like you made a good connection here. How much you pay this pretty woman to be here with you?
Oh.
That's like something my relatives would say.
My dad, yes, they would all say
this
that.
guy felt like somewhere from
But
where I come from.
Tiffany described Brett really well because she said, he's not cocky, but he has this quiet confidence and this self-assuredness. It's big dick energy. That's what it is.
It's that, and God, I love Brett from this season.
I love him. I want to be Miss Brett Brown too.
He's probably my favorite man, but because kind of he's a total package.
He's gonna make me believe in men again.
The thing about Brett is, I do believe he's real, but I think they have a hard time getting anything from him in the edit that isn't just great, because he's not really quirky like Zach. He's not like kind of weird like Paul.
But Tiffany kind of gets a little, not in a bad way, not in an unhealthy way, but she just is a more frantic energy.
Yeah.
And kind of more human.
I think Brett is someone. He's just kind of like the kind of like perfect guy.
Ooh. Y'all remember where you were when he said, "Get on top"? I do.
And his arms, Jesus.
He said it, and smoke just came out of my ears like.
Oh no! You should have had that at the ready. Love is blind, girth train's coming. Love my girth train coming. Coming around the bend. Love is blind, love is blind, love is blind. Brett from Love is Blind. He can take it right on the girth train. Girth train. Get on top. You can't ride the girth train with Paul, because it's not girth train ride. It may be a decent dick, but it's not the girth train.
Not the girth train, not the girth train, not the girth train. Paul said dick.
We're girth train bound, we're girth train bound, we're girth train bound.
That's our first Love is Blind girth train.
It's true.
And to be honest, we should have done it when we saw the outline of his penis the first time.
It's true.
But there was just too much going on.
I'm going to say this. There is no other podcast where you're getting a train whistle.
You paid $5 for that. Aren't you happy now? Be happy.
That is unique in the marketplace. Unique.
We are the Enneagram 4 podcast.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and that's it.
And trash.
Yeah. Don't go tell it.
I mean, this all goes well. Angus asked, how was your childhood? And she said, her parents weren't wealthy. They worked hard. And Dad said, well, I'm looking forward to meeting them. He had this.
Yes.
Wherever he is from. Where is Brett from?
I don't know.
But this man is Southern.
Yeah.
He sounded
Seems
almost
like
Louisiana.
Well, it's either he's definitely, his people are from the South, it feels like.
Yeah. And Brett said, we're not the best with emotions. And Dad said, well, we were close-knit, but didn't express it with the words. And he said, but I think you guys made a good decision.
Yeah, I think they're great. Micah and Paul, this is interesting. They're packing up, and Paul is leaving, I guess, because it's a tradition where they shouldn't spend the night together. You've heard of that, right? Before the wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
you usually do that the night you get married, you say, I'm not spending the night tonight.
Yeah, and I never spend the night there again.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You get poodle all before. But once your wedding...
But I'm living in the house the next day. Oh.
Once the ring is on and the marriage contract is signed, she out.
And strangely enough, they're never seen again.
No. Just bouncing off into the sunset like that woman
Tigger.
with the caboose from that Pecos Bill cartoon.
Oh my God.
Remember the woman with the
Pecos
bustle?
Bill, yes.
And she bounced out, and Pecos Bill never found his girlfriend again. He just
that is an arcane reference. Wow.
Oh, yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo.
Boy, someone was just sat in front of the Disney Channel, and that was it.
Because Pecos Bill ended up just fucking other cowboys. They didn't write that part in.
No, that's lost in the annals of history, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Paul has more clothes, and I went, they're going to be fine.
They're fine. She even says, like, what are we going to do? I can't even go away like 45 minutes without missing you. And you go, who are you, Micah?
I know. I think she might have found someone who kind of humanized her, maybe.
Either that or they're doing another lead up. They better. After that season 2 finale, I'm so worried that now they want us to fall in love with them as a couple.
Well, no,
and she will still say no.
That season 2 bait and switch was the most abysmal thing. I think they got blowback from that. And I know they did from us. But I feel like I don't think there'll ever be a cast like season 2. I think the editing in season 2 was extremely deceptive. I'm still
traumatized from it, and I'm still worried.
All I know is I hope they don't do in this next episode. I hope they don't have cameras weren't rolling when this happened. Because it's the cheapest trick in the world. I hope they put a camera with every single one of them the night before.
They really did. We talk about? Hold on. Did we skip? Was that last episode where Brett and Tiffany were talking and she cried so much?
Yeah, that's the last episode.
The one before. We kind of talked about it, but we didn't. She was. Oh yeah, we did. Holding him. I'm just so nervous about it. I'm so nervous, Poodle. Who's next?
It's the bachelor parties and the Billet parties.
Okay.
As I have down. So y'all, the bachelor party is kind of like burlesque, and the girls
give a little more.
Oh no.
Give a little less.
I think it's show a little or show a little more.
Show a little more. Show a little less. Welcome to burlesque. Oh,
wow.
Oh, I'm Cher. Oh.
Anyway, I just like keeping moving on.
I love that movie now.
The women are in some type of like thing where they get like a private room where they get on stage and strip.
This sucks.
And the men are in like a burlesque club.
Bring on the men.
Yeah, I agree. Normally the women get a little bit, they kind of make it more subversive, and the women do a little bit things, and the men are taken to something.
Play pool.
Yeah.
But of course, the one season someone has trauma about strippers, they decide to go to a burlesque bar.
And Zach's like, I'm fine over here, guys.
Have you ever been? It's actually not a strip show.
No, it's not. Yeah.
I love burlesque shows.
Can you say that more feminine?
No, I can't. You've been to one, right?
I have.
They're so, y'all, sissies, if you've never gone, or if you want to feel body positivity and you want to take the jump, I say do a burlesque show.
I totally agree.
Because it's a very supportive atmosphere, and that's what my friend did. She was taking a burlesque class, and then they performed.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like,
great.
You're very well versed because at the Pilates studio we do. You're like, this woman came in, and apparently she's a burlesque person.
She was. I saw her in that Taylor Swift video.
And y'all,
she's in a champagne glass.
It's Dita Von Teese. And he's like, apparently she's a burlesque star.
I work out beside her all the time. We've said hi.
She is the burlesque star.
She came in like a 40s dress one time, and I was like, your skirt is so cute. And she said, thank you. And she looked at me kind of weird. I was like, guess she wants to work out.
Do you not fucking know who I am?
No.
Like if you do a movie about burlesque or a show about burlesque, you have to mention her in the same.
She's that seminal?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. She's that necessary to burlesque.
Why, like the RuPaul of drag queens, would you say?
RuPaul of burlesque. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Who knew? She wasn't at the burlesque show I saw.
Must have been great.
Anyway, I love burlesque. That's all we want to say about that.
So
they're at this, so they're at a burlesque bar. They're talking, again, Zach's kind of like, don't want to do it. Kwame, though, is talking with his friends.
He never misses a chance to be the victim and whine,
Just
does he?
carry around a fucking violin at this point.
He's like, her family is so supportive. It's crazy. And he's like, Mom's not coming to the wedding. And then he's like, oh, and it's just so awful because April to August is my shirtless jogging month. And Seattle, you're just overpriced. You're not that great.
But I'm trying to get over it. How brave.
And at this point,
Seattle's a great fucking city. And also, the weather isn't that much different than Portland.
He just sounds so spoiled in
this.
He
sounds so spoiled.
And it just, I think if he was a better comedian, it wouldn't sound like he was saying it out of resentment. But he's kind of like making fun of it, but at the same time, it feels like his actual feelings.
His friends were like, you're saying yes, right? He's like, well, I'm doing it. And his friend said, if you don't say yes, you're missing out.
Yeah, anyway, and y'all, but Chelsea, meanwhile, is being really loud. He's like, he's the best. He loves me being who I am. Oh my God. And then they ask about his family, and she's like, that's the only sore spot.
And that's where she's dancing. She's like, own who you are. Never dull it down. And I went, oh.
And I went, I'm officially tired of you. I've hit my wall with her, y'all.
I haven't hit my. I just think that
she's
where
exhausting
Jake
to me now.
said on the first episode, I would hang out with Chelsea, and when she said that, I went, Jake won't hang out with Chelsea.
No. That happened about 2 episodes ago, where I went, we're not going to.
But this is why I'm worried about Love Is Blind. It's roller coasters, twists and turns.
I think what it was in the beginning, she was much more kind of cut to the chase. I think we're seeing her now. The cameras are on, and we're outside the pods. I think we're seeing less vulnerability and more. I got to think about the camera.
In the real world.
Yeah,
and I think it's not even the camera. I think she worries about what people think of her, and sadly, so does Kwame.
She gets on my fucking nerves.
I see them being married for probably a good 5 years.
They'll way shorter than that for me.
They'll never have kids.
I
think he'll stay. If it ends earlier than that, she'll be the one that ends it.
Oh, yeah.
I think, though, he'll stay in it, the martyr him for a while.
I was going to say 2 to 3 years. Ow, I just paper cut myself.
How did you do that? You were just standing there.
No, I touched my pad.
You were, well, are you okay?
Maybe.
Are you bleeding?
I'm as best as can be expected.
Well, you know what? We wish you the best. We've got to move on.
So, I think it's Bliss is talking about later on. Oh, I'm sorry, Zach. Zach basically says the signs are all right there that we're great. He's like, even talking to his friend, even that Leanne Womack song, I Hope You Dance. He's like, oh, that's going to be our first dance. And I went, that's way too on the nose.
No, bro. Dude, that's not a popular song. That's crazy.
It's a really popular song.
I've never heard that at a wedding. I went, that's a really fucking pop. That's like someone saying, oh my God, and she loves that Shania Twain song, Still the One, and we want it at our wedding. Everyone wants that.
I don't know if I Hope You Dance is done at weddings, because dance is a metaphor.
I got that as a metaphor.
Yeah.
I've heard that
song at weddings,
at like 5 weddings for the father-daughter dance, or the mother-son dance.
I think that
I literally heard it at a wedding. Oh my God, they played it at my nephew and niece's wedding.
I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to offend a lot of people. That's basic,
but it's a country music thing. It's like George Strait's I Cross My Heart. People always fucking play it.
The problem is, dance is in the title. It's too on the nose.
I agree with you. You know what? You know what? My sister-in-law Amber, she said what she danced to with my nephew Dylan. She danced to this woman did this kind of slow ballad cover version of "Sweet Child of Mine." She's like, "That's what I'm doing."
I love that. I love that.
I love that.
Lisa Barlow style.
It was a great cover of "Sweet Child."
You know
of Mine.
what? That's very Enneagram 4 of her. I love it.
God.
You should figure out what she is. No, I just think the idea of saying, "I hope you dance." We are dancing.
We're dancing. You know what? I love my nephew, but I agree. I agree. I'm not gonna be bad.
Don't make that your first dance or your daddy-daughter dance or whatever the fuck it is. That's already. It's not a song about dancing. Just dances in there. Come on, do better.
There's a lot of sissies right now. Who
I know.
Feel red for
I just
filth.
read you. I just think if you had thought about it a little more,
Oh no.
you would have come to the same conclusion I did.
Maybe they thought, well, since we are dancing, we're telling people
No. It's bad.
But I'm shocked. You've never heard it at a wedding?
No.
I feel like country music where I'm from was much more of a staple than when you were. There were other music that was appreciated more.
I went to weddings where it was country music was not heard in, let's say, formal occasions in the same way.
Yeah. See, for me, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Couldn't get away from it.
I think other what I often hear for like dances for that are like jazz songs. Those seem to be, especially because they're slow dances, and they seem to be more kind of classic, timeless.
Yeah, I've heard some of that.
And whenever I was asked to suggest some songs, a lot of times I suggested things like "The Way You Look Tonight," like songs like "Embraceable You," like all classics that where I could find big band or jazz arrangements. But I would never have suggested one with "dance" in the title. Like,
Sorry.
I hope you dance.
Sorry, sissies.
You already are dancing. You don't have to hope for anything.
Again, you can go to Jake It or Fake It on that. Well,
You can.
I do kind of agree with Poodle. I can't leave him out there by himself on this one, y'all.
Y'all, the only thing we basically, Bliss says,
Well, also, we didn't know this. There's an owl connection.
because he's obsessed with Harry Potter.
And so he has owl stuff, and owl is her favorite animal.
You know what?
Whoa,
anything
bro, that's crazy.
Anything that he needs to justify, I'm glad that the ordinary things in life are magical to him.
We've done that. Just the other day, I was hooking up with a guy, and he said, "Hey, just so you know, I got gonorrhea." And I said, "Me too. Let's fuck. It's a sign."
Wow. So
Just stop the show.
But Bliss basically says, I'm just keeping going. She says, communication's not a problem. We're both data focused, and he's my person, and I feel it in my bones. And Brett, of course, I find myself, blah, blah, blah. I know she's going to be a great mother. It's going to be fine, y'all. Paul is also talking about data, but he doesn't care.
He's like, the data, he says, this has to work out because the data would be reprehensible if it did not come to conclude. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And y'all, then we get to a girl we haven't seen in a few episodes, and that is Drunk Micah.
Drunk Micah. And you know what?
Yeah.
I think this is best done in another
Love is Blind Theater.
I can't do it. I'll lose
Yeah.
my voice. Poodle's going to be playing the role of, as always, Micah, your girl. I'm going to be playing Shelby.
Harpy number 1.
And then I don't remember the other girl's name.
Yeah.
Harpy number 1.
Harpy number 2. Yeah.
And maybe a little bit of Paul. And action. Where's the shot? Where's that Jaeger shot?
yeah.
What's up?
We're gonna get married. Where's
What?
my phone?
What?
Get my phone.
I don't know.
Get my phone,
Why do
you
need your
bitch.
Why do you need your phone?
I need to talk to Paul.
What?
He's gonna be my husband. I
Your
like
bachelor
him.
party. You're supposed to focus on me. Look at me. It's our last night.
Why is your nipple in my face?
Make out with me, please. Please make out with me.
Stop it! I don't want to like do good girl stuff with you.
Harpy number 1. Use your phone. Bye. Here's your phone. Let's talk to him.
I want to FaceTime
Talk
him.
to him.
Paul.
We're not
Paul.
dialing yet. Hold
Paul.
on. Let me go.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
Paul. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, Paul. Do you love me or miss me or both?
Paul,
Miss me?
she loves you, Paul. She loves me. Will you love me, Paul? She won't love me, Paul.
We're gonna
Hey,
crash your party. I'm
what?
gonna go over there
Honey,
because you better not be with the girls.
What? Are you okay? Are you okay, honey?
You're a bitch.
What? A bitch my butt. A bitch my butt. That's what he knows.
Your ass is huge.
You deserve, you deserve everything. Everything. Paul, yeah, I'm going to hang up.
Oh, what do you mean a bitch? I just want you guys to support me in whatever I do.
You give me a Jaeger shot, I will.
Some people underestimate him because he's so smart, he's cute, and he's funny. He's so epic. It doesn't even matter if his dick's not that great. I'm really tight, so it's fine.
And scene. There's our girl.
I love drunk Micah.
Even in this scene, I don't hate her as much anymore.
I don't know what happened. She has, there's something, I really do believe their editors are magicians because their editors find a way.
But you don't like that word.
I don't like magic. Magicians, I do that. They're turning something that should not be that way. Y'all have been sending me the Christine Quinn purse that was a fishbowl, and I appreciate it.
She had a purse that was an actual fishbowl.
No, a fake one. Not a purse with an actual water in it
Well,
and a
people
goldfish.
used to have shoes, goldfish in their shoes. Peter got pissed.
I think that's understandable.
I think so too. That's a terrible life for a goldfish.
So y'all, let's just talk about it. Kwame and Chelsea, the wedding. Okay, this venue, gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
This is where I'd love to get married at one place like this.
I love that they, I don't even mind that it's pink.
No.
They chose, my cousin Kelly, Aunt Peggy's youngest daughter, her first wedding, she got married in pink.
Her first wedding.
And then the second, they divorced after a year because, she married a Taliaferro and he was not good. Yeah, Eric Taliaferro. Hey, they
The
worked it out now,
dynasty.
but he was not a good guy. But they got divorced. I think I don't know what happened. Cheated or something like that. They got divorced after like a year. And then she married her husband now, who's a doctor, Dale. I love Dale. My dad's favorite, Kelly. And anyway.
Otherwise known as Dale.
Dale. That's what I said.
When you say it, it always sounds like Dell.
Y'all, best dermatologist, south of Oklahoma City, Dale Archer. Anyway.
Your refusal to use a diphthong makes me think it's Dell.
Dale, Dale.
Yeah, I hear Dale.
He's not a chipmunk. Anyway, best dermatologist and also always does the prayers.
He's not an advertiser.
Best grits. Anyway, but she got
Good
married.
Father Ouija's prayer.
I think she got married with pink again because she said, I still want pink, and by God, we're gonna do it again.
Okay.
Have
Great.
pink at your wedding, and if you do, make it look gorgeous like this.
So,
Her flowers are gorgeous.
she's just gushing to all her friends about how great Kwame is. His friends come in and basically he's like,
Ezekiel.
you know what? If I'm going to be married, I'm going to be married. He's like, but if I'm single, I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm thinking, that's not what you're saying.
Good. But Chelsea's friend Melissa shows up, and then she talks to them that his mother is not coming, and she said, I feel bad because
Barbara.
Chelsea said still.
But She's telling
This is before.
him.
She's telling.
Okay.
She's telling her the Melissa.
Sorry, I misunderstood the subject of your sentence.
Yeah, Chelsea's telling Melissa and her
Okay,
other
got it.
friends saying, "Mom's not coming." She said, I hate that because she said, who wants to get in the way of the love of someone and their son?
Yeah.
Again, something Jackie doesn't have, a little empathy there. But then Chelsea also said, which is true, also men aren't ready like we are.
Why Chelsea getting her hair done here? Why is she wearing her bridal earrings while they're doing her hair?
I don't know. Maybe, they maybe want to see how the hair looks with the
Okay.
earrings.
It just felt like so distracting. They were large earrings,
She was wearing them in day one, like in the beginning. Maybe they're nice and she just didn't want to lose them.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just thought...
Sometimes they do, but usually they'll do the hair and then...
That's what I thought, yeah.
Because the hair can get caught in the earring.
Yeah, that's what I
But
was...
I don't know.
Anyway.
Good eye, Poods.
So they
Then-
are...
Barbara and Jerry show up with Kwame.
Now, I think Jerry's the hotter brother.
Jerry's good looking. His
Yeah.
friend Ezekiel can get it. Actually, all of Kwame's friends can
Yeah,
get it.
they're all soccer players.
They're all fucking Sean Cody boys.
Yeah.
They are Sean Cody boys.
It's very Sean... They're a little older than Sean Cody.
Yeah, more like I don't know, Gary Cody.
Y'all, Barbara comes in as my mother would say, like a truckload of turkeys. She is the star of the show.
What does that mean?
like loud noise,
Yeah,
like big presence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a truckload of yeah.
Barbara basically says, "I raised you right." Ah-ha!
I love her.
She's fun.
And she said, she kind of jokey, but you can tell that she kind of isn't. Like, she definitely had a hint. It just, something happened on the way to heaven with their parents.
I feel like the way they talk about their mom seems like she is a very intractable person, and you could almost feel they should just put a portrait of the mom up
And
let us just feel the power of her presence.
She is someone to be feared.
Yeah. And
that's where they tell him, they're like, Dad's fine with it. And he went, what? They're like, yeah, Dad's excited for you. I went, but you didn't call your dad or
he sent you a fruit basket or fruit bouquet.
I'm sorry, but y'all, this show
edible
puts so much,
arrangement.
Exactly. This show puts so much emphasis on familial relationships, especially his mother. We're just not talking about the dad.
You know
at
what
all.
it is? This got super low stakes for me this episode, and it's like the story running out of gas for me.
So it's like, hey, we need to bump up this mom thing on last episode, on episode 10.
Y'all, and Jerry delivers a Father Ouija's prayer.
That made me emotional. When people, unless they're praying to convert someone to heterosexuality, or before a sports game, because that always makes me roll my eyes because I was just ready to go home. But when people just, you see just a small group of people, praying together or thinking together or...
Yeah.
That always is moving to me.
Yeah, when someone prays before a sports game, it should be like, let's make sure no one gets injured. I don't think you need to say, be with our teams and blah, 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 to win this sports game.
Yeah, that I don't get. But when people are in a moment of either joy or a moment of needing strength, and the energy of it, it's very moving to me.
So...
Because it's love, whatever you think.
Chelsea basically says, my decision is yes. It's always going to be yes.
Yes, I can.
I'm in a dream.
Yes, I will.
No government bill.
Yes, I said I'm a Montgomery Hill. Say yes.
Anyway, Barbara gives Chelsea a purse that's like a kente cloth. I thought this was really sweet. And this is a piece of Ghana. And that's when I went, clearly his family is into this. So it feels like things are pointing towards both of them saying yes.
I already sang it. I'm not going to sing it again.
Yeah.
Say yes.
So later...
I just want to say Chelsea's response to her of, thank you for help raising the man that I love.
Yeah.
And that made Barbara cry. I love Barbara.
At one point, she's talking to Kwame later on, Barbara is, and she's like, you're going to be a good husband, make us proud. And they're about to walk down the aisle, basically. And she says, Kwame says, when I look at Chelsea, I see my partner loving, open to understanding. Every way he talks about her feels like she is a statue, like that you can admire.
I feel like I could get a statue. I almost feel like it sounds like like an achievement or something they're trying to like he's talking to his team at work about a big goal they have.
Yeah. That, the thing is, he does approach everything like that.
It's in the business sense.
Is like it's everyone who does marketing, and it feels like he's selling himself.
And that's what he does.
Yeah. Yeah. No shit.
I mean, I do like that his sister did say nice. Mom's not here, but she's not wishing you ill will. She's praying for you.
He does say, I do have cold feet, and my biggest fear is that we won't have a safety net. And y'all, Kwame hasn't written any vows.
He's not.
Now,
Chelsea's makeup looks gorgeous, by the way.
It's the best she's ever looked.
Brides, I'm telling you, almost all brides, a lot. When I worked at Sephora, they used to go like, really? You want me to put some pink around my eyes? The most romantic eyeshadow you can wear, unless you have really red skin or you have rosacea or things like that, a little bit of just pink on the backdrop of your eyelid will go a long way.
The makeup artist who put this together did a miracle, because the normal look for her ages her and makes her look, I don't know, but there's a brittleness sometimes with her look.
Hardness.
Yeah.
She looks younger.
Yes.
And her eyes look bigger and more open.
Never looked better.
Bigger and more open. Gorgeous.
Yeah. I would have said yes to her.
Wow.
But I would have said no quickly, because I think she'd be too smart, because I couldn't murder her.
She is too smart for you.
Yeah. So
the dress, it's fitted better, but I still think it's wearing her.
Yeah, it's too extra.
Kwame looks nice. I like his
little bow tie.
And so y'all, they go. I mean, it's time. Let's do it. She's up there. The pink looks beautiful. Poodle was terrified about the balloons. We don't have to talk about them. He worried about it the whole time, because I bet he thought, ooh, it's raining. They're outside in a tent. Something could blow and pop that balloon.
Her vows are really nice about going off to our journey together. And Kwame says, I'm just going to share what's on my mind. I was like, is he going to break up with her now? Because that was my first thought.
I know, that's what I thought.
But he's like, I fell in love with you before I saw you. And I will say,
I love the sound of your voice.
But the vows were still a little non-specific.
He said, I love the sound of your voice. I love when we disagree, because it brings us back. I think he said something to a closer.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't write anything because I wanted to tell you how I feel right now. I can't believe I'm standing across from someone who as I put captain. That's not the right
Captivating.
word. Captivating as you.
It
was fine.
I think my problem would have been here if he was really nervous, he would have stumbled with his vows. And I feel like maybe we were being punked a little bit. Maybe this.
Y'all, because she says I do.
She says I do.
I said I do.
And y'all, he looks a little bit like he's eating bad shrimp.
I don't know. I honestly want him to say no. I don't know what he's going to say.
Let's do predictions. Let's do predictions for all four of them.
Predictions of what we think is going to happen or what we want to happen. There's a difference.
We can do both.
I would say one or the other, but Chelsea, you go first for Chelsea. Call me. I don't know.
Right now, I'm gonna say
no.
I'm gonna say I've just from what we've been talking about with the editing right now, and where they want us to go. I think he might say yes. I do not want them to be together.
I don't want them to be together, but I will say with these last two episodes, I think he might say yes. But I don't I can't give that 100%.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50.
Micah and Paul.
I feel like Micah and Paul are a yes.
I think they're a yes. I think he's definitely a yes. Nothing has told us in any cold feet scenario, unless it happens the day of.
Unless it happens
that
the day
for
of.
him especially. For her, I'm not as sure. I think she's going to say yes.
All right.
So we got two yeses.
What do you want them to say?
I kind of think I want it.
I kind of think I want them to
Yeah.
say yes, yes, too.
Tiffany and Brett.
Well, clearly we want yes, yes. I feel like it has to be yes, yes, but that little trailer they showed.
I know. I think that's more proof that it's yes.
That's
I
what
think we've had to do. God, I hate this game.
Maybe a family member had a heart attack or something, and that
Yeah.
was a surprise. I mean, God forbid, I don't want that. I'm sticking to my belief. Yes, yes.
Zach and Bliss.
I feel like I'm saying yes, yes to
Me
everyone,
too.
but someone's got to say no.
They do, I guess. Well, Marshall and Jackie already did.
If Zach or Bliss, if someone said no, who would say it?
Zach.
See, I think because of that
Bliss.
whole commitment talk, if anyone said no, it would be Bliss.
They might be the one because they're both a little bit loose cannony.
Can I just say, we're fucking idiots that we think everyone's going to say yes, yes on this show. We are stupid.
We were wrong.
We are the reason why this show is successful because we are always wrong.
We weren't last season. We were not. We called some no's.
Last season, we were better.
Yeah.
We were wrong on the first season, except for Cameron and Lauren. And season 2, we missed everyone, but we don't talk about season 2.
We don't talk about that's the season I'd rather not ever mention again.
All right, y'all, that's a show. I'm going because I want to watch the next episode so that way we can recap it for you. This has been Love is Blind, everybody. Go to realitygaze.com. Y'all know the drill. Who fucking cares? And if you want to I don't know. If I don't care, I need to watch the next episode. If you want to watch, take us out, Poodle. I don't have anything to say.
Ask yourself, is love
Here's a Jaeger.
you bitch?
Love is blind.